Hey, Rhonda. Good to see you, daughter. Hey, Co-Pastor D. Glad to see you on. Oh, look at Cedric's got a new handle. I see ya. How's everybody doing this morning? Hey there, Shantae. Glad to see you on. Happy Thursday. Yes. Hey there, Lady Sandra. Oh my God. Let me look. I need to go take care of you right now. Um, I had to travel yesterday, so I always lose a day when I travel. Right, you're on the church page since we're talking branding. All right. Hello there, JL McKenzie. Glad to see you on. Hello there, Dr. Wanda. Glad to see you on. Now, you guys make sure that you invite your pastors, your marketing team, your branding folks. This is going to be a really, really great scope. And an informative scope. So I want to make sure that they are on. All right. Oh, tell her thank you. I was going to try to do, y'all think I can do, oh Lord, Instagram at the same time? Let me see if I feel like fooling with this. Hey, L'Oreal, glad to see you on, daughter. You know what? I was about to text my brothers in Connecticut. Glad to see you on this morning, my Bailey brothers. Hey there. Oh, my Lord. Now I'm nervous. Pastor Spurlock is on. Oh, my goodness. I better make sure that this is a really great and thorough teaching. Took your, 17 ways. Good stuff. Thank you. I'm glad that you took it. Hey there. Let me see. Who is Samuel? Let me make sure I see who this is. Glad to see you on. Hold on, y'all. I'm going to get my stand so I can hopefully do Instagram as well, okay? So this is my nifty little stand. You can bend it and all that stuff. So you just put it on your desk. So I'm going to put it on. And then, let's see here. Put my phone in it. And we'll see. See? So now I'm going to put it on my desk. Hey there, Teresa Sanders. Let's see here. Oops. Let me just adjust it a little bit. There we go. All right. This is only about $8, you guys, from Amazon. So for those of you that like to scope or do Facebook Live, you should get one. All right, let me just turn on Instagram. Y'all tell me if it slows you down, though, because if it slows down the connection, I'll come off of it, all right? All right, so let's see here. Live. All right, okay. It's checking the connection. Thank you guys for being patient. Let's see, here we go. Church. Branding. Hello there, Unlimited Grace. Glad to see you on. Oops, let's see here. I did something wrong. There we go. Alrighty, so now I'm ready. Thank you guys for joining me. I'm excited. This is Coach Robin, and today I am teaching about church branding. You all know this is near and dear to my heart. Thank you guys for the heart. You guys are just coming out swinging. I really, really appreciate it. Hey, everybody on Instagram, they're jumping on as well. I'm Robin Ware, of course, and I'm a church consultant, and it gives my heart pleasure that God has given me this assignment to teach ministry, marketing, and branding, and ministry excellence in the church space. And so let me just give you a quick little update. I'm super, super, super excited. I got a brand new book coming out in 2 weeks. Everybody put a number 2 in the comment box. In 2 weeks, I am super excited. I've been working on this book forever, but I'm excited about it because everything in its time. This will be my 10th book. Yes, my 10th book. I am so super excited and godly proud about what God is doing in my life as it relates to being faithful to my ministry assignment. So they're giving me drama over here about this book taking me forever. But anyway, it's called, get ready for it, you guys, How to Wow. All right. So it is, of course, a book on ministry excellence for service support teams. So marketing, culinary, hospitality, event planning, armor bearers, anyone that provides service support to making a ministry operate. That's what's going to be covered in my book. And again, it's called How to Wow. So do you guys like that? Let me know if you like the title. I can share the title because you cannot copyright a title. So I don't have to worry about y'all trying to go steal it. But How to Wow is going to be my new book. It's coming out May. So again, May's right around the corner. Super excited. My team has been pushing me, and they're like, Robin, I'm making them crazy. Thank you, Pastor Spurlock. So it is my 10th ministry book for those of you. Of course, I have How to Armor Bear, the Administrator's Handbook. I have, awesome, sweetheart. I have Hosting Church Folk. I have the Volunteer Registration Guide, which teaches your volunteers how to work a registration desk. I have the Excellence in Event Planning. So anyway, this will be my 10th book. So anyway, How to Wow. I really believe God placed it in my spirit. This is the book that's going to take me yet to the next level. I know that sounds so cliche-ish, but let me tell you something. When you're faithful to your assignment, God honors that. Yes, all my books are on thewareagency.com, so you can go check them out. But when you're faithful to your assignment, when you don't waver to the left, you don't waver to the right, God is faithful, I'm telling you. And so I have multiple income streams. So some of you may be like, wait a minute, you do a bunch of things. I do, but I am focused. My main job is my agency, the Ware Agency. And so through it, I am blessed to work with churches and pastors, helping them with ministry excellence in the areas of, bless you, yes it is, in the areas of marketing, PR, web design, branding, and then of course leadership training. And you all know about my radical hospitality. I'm so excited that God has given me that assignment as well. And so I go out and I teach basically ministry leaders how to create wow experiences. So that's kind of when God gave me How to Wow. I was just blown away because it's in line with my brand, which is what we're going to talk about today. And that is your church brand. Now, regardless if you think it or not, your church has a brand. There is a narrative that is going around describing your ministry. And if you're not crafting that narrative, I assure you someone else is. So I'm here to challenge you today to take over the conversation and lead the way as it relates to speaking on behalf of your brand. All right, give me some ones or hand claps if you are excited and ready to start the conversation about church branding. And yes, this is going to be in my new book, How to Wow. Good stuff. Alrighty, well, if you're on my email list, you got my email today where I taught, hey there, Prophet, glad to see you on, where I sent out that I would be teaching on church branding. So literally, you guys, this could take me like 5 scopes to do. So don't give up on your girl because I've got limited time. I have an appointment today, so I have to get out of here. But I wanted to start the conversation at least. So I promise you I'm going to come back on and finish it really, really soon. So if you are not on my email list, if you did not get this email from me today, if you didn't get this email, put a number 1 in the comment box. If you did not get this email from me today, put a number 1 in the comment box. Yes. All right. I want you, thank you, Cedric. I want you to make sure you're on my email list. And the way you do that is to text my last name, W-A-R-E, to the number 22828. I'm teaching you already and you don't even realize it. Oh my goodness. See, the preacher in me is coming out, but I'm teaching you already and you don't even realize it. One of the ways that you craft your narrative, that you write and control your voice, is to send out your messaging. Don't let people speak on your behalf. If they're going to speak on your behalf, then give them what to say. So that is why I sent out this email blast stating that I'm going to be teaching on church marketing. Yeah, you caught it. See, all my preachers on here say I caught it. Absolutely. Instead of you prayerfully going on Facebook and saying, Coach Robin is teaching again. No. I want you to say that Coach Robin is teaching on church branding because she's a church consultant. I'm giving you the conversation that you should have about me. That's really not even my first point, but see, the Holy Ghost just rose up in me. I am not on Facebook teaching. Sometimes when I do all the networks, it slows down and it messes up. So I didn't want to mess y'all up. So I'm going lightly, just trying to do Instagram as well as Periscope. So it's imperative that you craft the conversation the way you want it to go. All right. So that's why I did what I did today. So please make sure, take a screenshot if you don't have time to do it right now, but literally you just send a text to the number 22828 and in the comment box you put where and hit send and then follow I'm on Instagram. That's why I'm looking over my shoulder. But anyway, you hit send and you will be, follow the prompts and then you'll be on my list. All right. So today we're talking about church branding and what is your brand saying about you? As I told you, this could literally take me about 5 scopes. See all these pages of notes? Where's my binder? Oh my goodness, y'all. I feel some kind of way that I did not take the time to put my notes in a binder. I know Kim is laughing at me because she knows how I feel about, my church. They teach that you teach from a binder. And so I typically always make sure, here we go. See, got a binder. You put your notes in a binder so that everything stays professional and it stays organized. See, I'm teaching again and you didn't know it. Yeah, see, I can't say that, my theme is excellence matters. I can't tell you that that's my brand and then I'm not excellent. I'm not perfect. I'm not exactly, which speaks to the point of me sitting down and forgetting to put my notes in the binder. But you see how quickly I got my binder? Oh, I hope I'm helping somebody on today. Yes, ministry excellence. Excellence matters. And so in crafting, what I want you to say about me is that she does things in excellence. So I don't want you to look at me saying, what is she doing flipping all them pages? No, she has a binder so that she can present professionally. Even look at my appearance. I'm teaching on church branding. I understand that I represent my brand. So here I am, dressed professionally. My hair is done. My makeup's done. All of the above. Look, I've even got my tea in my Robin cup. Isn't this the cutest thing? One of my sorors gave this to me for my birthday. Alrighty. So here we go. Got my binder together, so I am ready to go. So, talking about church branding. If you're ready, give me some hearts to let me know you're ready. Thank you guys to everybody that shared. This is going to be a scope. I love seeing preachers approach the desk with, you are so funny. Now, my bishop ain't going to let us do all that. We're going to have one binder and you're going to have everything in the binder appropriately. Amen. But anyway, I'm excited. Let me share one quick thing. I got some great things coming up that I want you guys to know about. I'm going to be in, let me get it right. I'm going to be in Detroit speaking at Bishop Charles Ellis's Pastors and Leaders Conference, May the 9th. So my team, Robin, I'm going to need you because I'm going to have the new book there. I've got new pop-up banners coming. My design team is designing for me, so I'm excited about that. So that's May the 9th. And then May 17th through the 19th, I'm going to be in New Brunswick, Georgia, with Pastor Mark Baker, one of my favorites in South Georgia. Brunswick, Georgia. I'm saying New Brunswick. Is it just Brunswick? Well, anyway, going to South Georgia. I'll be speaking at a breakfast on that Saturday, May 19th. I'm actually going in a couple days early, though, because Bill Winston, you guys, oh my God, Bill Winston is going to be there. And you all know that he is the general when it comes to teaching faith and business. And that's my space as well. So I am truly going to be a student sitting at the feet of one of the generals in the body of Christ. So I will be there as well for that. And then I'm also going to be in Miami, looking forward to speaking at the Progressive. And I'm so sorry, I need to look at my notes. I don't have the name of the conference, but I'll come back and I'll give you the name of that conference where I'm going to be. But anyway, let's get started. All right. So if you think your church brand is not important, you've got it wrong. Church branding is incredibly important because let me say this to you guys. Branding is more than a logo. Branding is more than a logo. Branding is more than a look. Branding is more than color. So you all see my my pretty logo here behind me. This is the brand, one aspect of my branding for my coaching business. All right. Now, the Wear Agency is a separate business, and so it has a separate brand. In fact, again, if you got the email on today, you see right here is my logo for the Wear Agency, and under it, it says Excellence Matters. Now, everything I do, my brand colors are red, white, and black when it comes to overall branding. Now, there are times that I'll incorporate other colors to complement my brand, but my brand colors are red, white, and black. And that's why I teach my pastors, my agency, again, in working with pastors and churches, we actually serve as marketing directors for churches. Now, you don't know it's us because that's part of the confidentiality that we create, but we actually have monthly retainer contracts. Yes, with churches, and we oversee their marketing, their branding, their website, so that they can maintain the level of excellence that they want. You know, a lot of churches can't afford to have a full-time marketing person on staff. So they pay someone like me or my agency, they bring us in so that, I don't know, you're going to stop talking to me, Cedric, because now you're being a distraction. I'm going to knock him out. I'm not being violent, but Cedric is one of my sons. I love him. So anyway, but they give us the opportunity to do that for them. And so I try to practice what I preach. And so that's why even me as an agency, I send out email blasts. I communicate my messaging, right? But it's always branded. So I don't just send out anything. I always make sure that it is professionally done. So in speaking about that, there are 4 things I want to share with you. I put on the flyer the 4 reasons church branding should matter to you. All right. 4 reasons church branding should matter to you. Number 1, it's about your messaging. What you say speaks volumes in the way and how you display it. All right. So what you say, yes, speaks volumes, but it's in how you display what you say. Oh, that takes it over the top. Did you catch that? How you display what you say, it matters. So here we go, you guys. I mean, look, I got the wand because this one I'm cutting from the beginning. Look, I've even got my scissors because this one I'm coming for y'all right now. Your marketing graphics represent your brand. You guys, you have got to stop. Oh my God, be still my heart. You've got to stop putting out graphics that look like your 5-year-old approved them. I didn't say your 5-year-old designed them. I said that your 5-year-old approved them. Because some of the things I'm seeing online, oh my God, again, clutch your pearls. It makes me crazy. There's no way that a seasoned leader could approve some of the graphics that I see go out. Definitely approved by 5-year-olds. All right? But hear me. The way you package your messaging matters. That speaks to your brand. Again, look at my logo for robinandweir.com. You see, I didn't just put a sticker behind me. I went to Custom Signs and I had this made. I told them that I wanted it to be round in diameter. I wanted it to be, I think that is a 48-inch circle with my logo so that it is professionally done. That cost me like $45. You know, I just could not fathom printing that out on a piece of paper and piecing that together on my wall and saying, you know, that's nice. You know, like God, when he created everything, he said, that's good. He wouldn't have said that's good, right? He'd have said, no, daughter. All right. So you got to make sure that the way you are packaging your messaging, it represents your brand. All right. So number one, it's about your message. Number two, it's about your testimony. We are good. I'll talk about that. Good, Pastor Pitts. You know, we're freed. We're saved by the blood of the Lamb and the word of our testimony. You do not want your testimony to be, I can't give you examples because then I'd be putting people on blast and I don't want to do that. But I'm going to, at the end of this, I'm going to share, I've got a class coming up that I'll be able to help you a little bit better. But anyway, you want to make sure that your testimony isn't diluted because of your branding. I've seen people that I'm telling you probably could do very, very well on platforms, right? However, because they have such a great testimony, we're going to put people on blast in the class. No, we're not going to put people on blast in the class. But I will have a way to black out people's faces. If you've ever been to any of my sessions, see, you tell it on yourself. You've never been to any of my sessions, Prophet J. Smith. But when you come to one of my sessions, any examples that I show that are negative, I always black out the person's name. I black out their faces and I black out their church name. I black out their handles because I never want to embarrass people, because people only can rise above. They can't rise above what they know, right? People cannot rise above what they know. And that's why you have to surround yourself with people that know more. All right. Absolutely. Someone said we're losing the younger generation of kids because they don't value church. I love you. Yes. Samuel, now I know who you are. Yes. You are so awesome. But anyway, so that's not my intent. I don't ever want to embarrass people. So let me keep moving, y'all. So your testimony, you don't want your testimony to be watered down. Hey, Pastor Trina, because your branding isn't, let me just say this. Your branding isn't, professional. It's jacked up. I hate to say it like that, but that is what it is. All righty. And let me say this. If we are supposed to go out and to bring people in, to get them saved so that we can make disciples, which is what we were commissioned to do, right? The Great Commission commands us to do. We have to make sure that our packaging and that our it's right. our messaging is packaged correctly, our testimonies are presented correctly. What do I mean by that? Even now, sharing my testimony, I've got professional lighting. I'm dressed professionally. Thank you. See, we were on the same wavelength. I'm dressed professionally. My testimony is more valuable to you. You receive it better because of how I've branded it. Think about that. All right? Cedric, I'm going to block you, Cedric. Thank you to all my folks over here on Instagram. Thank you for joining me. All right. Number one was your message. Number 2 was your testimony. And now number 3 is your influence. I told you I'm going somewhere with this. Your brand is so important because it can affect your influence. I'm telling you, I'm able to pick up the phone and reach out to people and get them to take my calls because I have influence. How did I get that influence? Because when they went to check me out online, I measured up with who I said I was. When I'm on a television show being interviewed and they go to my website to check me out, I measure up with who I said I was. Think about this. Does your website affect your influence? Absolutely. All right. What is this? Let me delete that. Okay. So you have to make sure that you understand that your branding affects your influence. I've had people say to me, well, I can reach so-and-so, but they won't give me a shot. That's because you don't have influence with them. Why don't you have influence with them? Well, it could be because you don't have a website. Your website's not professionally done. It's not up to date. You still feature items from 2017, 2016, 2015, 2014, 2013. Right. If you cannot take the time to keep your content in the current year, I get it. You may not be able to keep it up to date week to week, but you surely can keep it up to date year to year. I'm telling you, that speaks to your influence. And then number 4, your role in reflecting God's character. This, I'm talking about church branding, is incredibly important as it affects, number 4, your role in reflecting God's character. See, God does all things well. We say it all the time, right? He gives us, increase and favor abounds to my account. All of the scriptures that we recite and we use as witnessing tools, right? But if your brand is off, you reflect God's character. I've been on Facebook and I really just wish there was a button for certain people when they're doing Facebook Lives to just delete, not just delete their Facebook Live, but delete their whole account, delete their whole presence. I know that sounds harsh, but they're doing God such a disservice. I'm telling you, they don't have a great command of the King's English, and I understand not everyone, speaks the same, but at least with whatever your accent is. Some lady told me the other day, she said, every time I hear your accent, it makes me, and I'm thinking, my accent, because we don't think we have accents, right? But whatever your accent is, you still want to have the proper use of the King's English, all right? So it reflects God's character. So those are the 4 things I told you. I was going to share the top 4 reasons church branding should matter to you. She said at least know the scripture when doing Facebook Live. That's funny. And then now number 2, the number 1 thing that you should do online as it relates to your church brand that 99% of churches do not do. And it's absolutely free. This blows my mind. In fact, I may wait and hold this for my class. Should I wait and hold this for my class? Y'all saying nope like you're not going to take my class. Oh my goodness gracious. Listen, you'll sow now for release. All right. The one thing that churches should do, you all know that I'm true to my word. I told y'all on my e-blast that I was going to share the number one thing that you should do online. Actually, I could probably give you about 5 things you should do online that are free that churches, 99% of churches don't do. But I'm going to share this one, and that is to go and to take ownership of your site through Google. This makes me absolutely crazy. When I go in and I first start working with a church talking about marketing and branding, is I go and I look them up on Google. Google is the number one search engine. Your brand, you can go to Google and establish your identity. You've got to take ownership of your presence on Google. All right. So when someone's doing a Google search, all right. And when someone's doing a Google search and you come up, you want to make sure that you have established your account. And when you establish your account, you're able to put your address, you're able to get reviews, you're able to put your service times, you're able to put your basically what your brand is, pictures, you can add pictures, you can add video, all of that. I go so far as to say, I see y'all, I go so far as to even teach that even if you don't have, website, you should set up your presence on Google. And it's as simple as setting up a Gmail account. That's it. But this is what we do. And it's in my new book, How to Wow. Well, I'm not going to give you that because I got to save that for the book. But anyway, that book is going to be fire. Ooh, did y'all like that I said that? Oh, look at Prophet J. Smith talking about. He already went and searched. All right, so let's talk about this. What message is your brand communicating? I'm going to teach you, of course, what branding is, but let me just start with this. What message is your brand communicating? Now, I'm going to say some things that are going to step on some toes, but I don't care. I'm sipping tea. All right. So if your brand has pictures of you and you are labeled down from head to toe, you are sending out the wrong messaging. If I see one more picture of people that feature labels, it is going, again, I want to just not hit end. I want to hit wipe out. We are sending the wrong message when everything we have is Fendi head to toe, Gucci this, Louis Vuitton purse that. You can't take a picture without it being in it. It's sending the wrong message. Now, on your private page, take all the pictures you want with your designer duds. I was talking to somebody last night, and they said, excuse me, this speaks to the fact that they come from nothing. I said, oh my gosh. But think about it. If every time you take a picture, you have to have some sort of designer item as if that's what defines you, it says that you're seeking approval. It says that you're seeking attention. I even will go so far as to say, and you guys know I have taught on this many, many times, if all you do is take selfies all day, you are not properly representing your brand. I'm telling you. I believe that you should, and this is just me teaching. This is why I don't like putting pictures. Well, I do think that you should put pictures on your website because you've got to attach a face to the brand, but your picture doesn't have to be on everything. But let me say this. I want you to be careful because, okay, I have another demonic visitor, so let's just take care of that. Sorry about that. So I want you to be careful and always ask yourself, is this picture bringing light to me or to God? To me or the God in me? I'm not one of those that's super spiritual and I think everything you do has to have a cross and a Bible in it. You can go to my stream and my news feed and see that that's not the case. I post plenty of pictures that you may not deem as spiritual, but they're always classy and they're always intentional because, again, my entrepreneurs know I teach that you have to be able to sell without selling, and that is a gift that I have. I'm telling you. All right? So it's the same thing with your church branding. You want to always think, the what's in it for me question. When you're posting something, when you're creating something, that the end user is able to figure out what's in it for me. Thank you, Shantae. Absolutely. She said she loves the pictures with my mom and dad. So let's talk. Now I'm going to get into some more of the teaching. I'm still on my first page, y'all. I haven't turned the page. Thank you so much. This branding information is priceless. Churches and business owners should grab hold of it immediately. God bless you. So one of the things that you need to think about when it comes to branding is this. Effective branding is designed to increase your exposure with people in need within your community and to clearly communicate a message that will ultimately meet those needs. So really, really simple. Your branding should give you exposure in the community that needs what it is you offer. And it communicates how you ultimately can meet it. So my definition of branding literally is what it is you promise will happen when you all connect. Right? What it is, what's your promise? I tell people all the time, excellence matters. So when they work with me, they experience excellence. That's it. That's my brand's promise. Your church has to come up with what your promise is. And that's what you always want to keep in front of your marketing team, your branding team, whatever team is putting together a narrative about what it is you're doing, that it clearly speaks to your brand's promise as it relates to your church. All right. So here we go. If you think your brand as synonymous with your logo, that's like thinking that all 5 senses are just the eyes. That's wrong. Your brand has multiple facets. All right. And we get stuck on one facet, which is maybe 2 facets. We get stuck on the look, meaning colors, and we get stuck on the look. So the look and the colors, meaning I want to always use this type of font. I want to always have this type of filter on it. I want it to always be this color. But that's not branding. All right? So it's just like saying that all 5 senses are all wrapped up into the eyes. That's not true. You can hear, you can see, you can smell, and you can touch, right? So, and there's one more I forgot. But anyway, you want to make sure that your brand encompasses more than that. So let's talk a little bit about kind of what your brand's touch point should be. Oh, I said here, I forgot here. They're going to help me. Feeling, hearing, seeing, touching. What's the 5th one? There's 5 senses. Yes, I'm going to go into the facets of branding. Thank you. Oh, smelling. That's it. Thank you guys. Smelling, tasting. All right. Good stuff. I appreciate it. Yay. You guys are awesome. Appreciate that. So let's go into some of the facets or the touch points of what your branding should be. So here we go. Visual, number one. Everybody write visual. Visual is important. A picture is worth 1,000 words. So visual is one of the facets, but that's typically where we get stuck. So visual. All right. Number two is audible. How people hear our brand, meaning what is it we want people to say? I always say, excellence matter. I'm the one, my little elevator speech is whenever I meet a pastor and they ask what I do, I always tell them I provide the how-to your vision. And they say, wow, because pastors cast vision, but they typically don't have the time to teach the implementation steps, when it comes to excellence, when it comes to executing it. So I tell them that as a marketing firm, we will teach your team how to implement it. All right. Another facet is the experience. When someone comes to your ministry, what is the experience? This is why I teach. You guys need to go get my 17 ways. If you don't have that, you need to get my 17 ways to wow and welcome visitors, because I teach you how to do this next step, which is creating an experience. That is so key as a part of your brand. Our experience says that we welcome people not at the front door for the first time, or let me say, not from their seat in the pew for the first time, not in the lobby upon arrival for the first time, not upon entering the door for the first time, not even in the parking lot upon parking for the first time. But our touches begin with the website. All right? So you have to make sure you can get the 17 ways if you do the 3 reasons visitors don't join your church. Don't join church. Yeah. Kim, look that up for me. I think it's 3 reasons visitors don't join church. Or Shantae, one of y'all put that on there for me. So the experience. So you got to make sure that your branding, it encompasses visual, audible, experience. All right. And then, of course, y'all know my number 4 is going to be your level of excellence. Simple as that. Your level of excellence. That's why I go back to these graphics that you're putting out speak volumes. Your website speaks volumes about your brand's promise. Branding literally says, this is what we promise you. If I come to your website and it's old and it's, not current and the pictures look crazy, I'm not shocked when I get to your church and that's exactly what I get. Because it tells me that that's not important to you. And it tells me, that this isn't a place that I need to be. All right. So keep that in mind. All right. Let me keep going. Let me see. So how can, you could download my books from, my website. Actually, if you go to, you can go to my website and download them. thewearagency.com. All right. So, how can church branding, thank you. How can church branding help your ministry? Really, really, excuse me. Alrighty there. Thank you so much, Carrie, for putting that up. Excuse me, you guys. So how can church branding help your ministry? Internally and externally, 2 ways. Internally and externally. Number 1, internally. Again, I started this out with explaining it's really important that you craft your own message, that you control your narrative. You've got to give your members, when you deputize them to become your marketers, because that's what they are. there's no better representative of your ministry than a member, because they experience it every week. So you've got to arm them as soldiers with what they need to go out and share. And so you tell them, this is what you say. Not that you sit them down and say like robots, this is what we want you to say. Good. Thank you so much, Shantae. See, I have the best team ever. But what you do, though, in all of your messaging, audibly, through preaching, messaging through email blasts, right? Through texting updates, is you tell them, again, we're the church that takes the expected and we make it an experience. Now, see, I came up with that fast. See? But think about, so now any of you all that try to take that, you all better send your girl some love, all right? So the church that takes what's expected and we make it an experience. Yes, now your members, they're deputized. They're going around saying, meet me at my church, because, honey, we're the church that takes what's expected and we make it an experience. Well, what do you mean an experience? Oh, well, this is what's going to happen when you get there. All right? Yeah, I'm going to need a $5,000 PayPal inbox if you take my slogan. All right? So my PayPal, my Cash App, what is it, Kim? I don't even know what that is. But anyway, my Cash App is Coach Robin Ware. But anyway, yeah. But think about that. So this is why it's important that you spend time crafting your church's brand. It's not about a slogan. I love it even at my own church, which is a slogan. We say that we are changing a generation. So that's a slogan. However, our brand speaks to how we do that. And that is through excellence, through structure, and through integrity. Those are three things that my church has a foundation of. My pastor, he is the most integral person I've probably, ever met when it comes to ministry. He's very, very structured. I can tell someone my church is going to start at 11, and I promise you it's going to start at 11. All right. And then, of course, in changing, my pastors are updating the church's website and social media. Absolutely. You want to make sure that your audience, that your members, that they are able to communicate your brand. All right. So, now here's your little homework assignment. I got a little homework assignment, and then I got to go, y'all. Let me see. What time is it? Somebody give me a time check. This is what happens when you don't have clocks in your office. I've got more to teach, but I got to go because I have an appointment, and you all know how I feel about money coming. Absolutely. Thank you. Okay, so it's 10:52, so I have to get ready to go. But you have a homework assignment, and your homework assignment is to craft your elevator speech for your ministry, but based off your brand. So do not write, we are the church, we are the church on the east that beats, whatever. Don't do that. That is not what is a brand. So I want you to craft your elevator speech based off of your brand. That's so funny. This is a P3 assignment. This is a church teaching. This is not P3. So I want you to craft your elevator speech for your ministry based off of your brand. That's going to take some time, and I know this, but I at least want to get you to thinking. All right. So tomorrow is Friday. I'll be back on tomorrow, and I will pick this up right where we left off with church branding part 2. All right. So I promise you, I'm not going to leave you out there hanging. If you would like to even share with me what it is, I will. Good. She said she's going to apply this into her business. This does work as well in your business, but you can make sure you shoot it to me. I got to think about how I want you to do this, but thank you so much, Pastor Spurlock. Because I don't want to get 50 emails. But I tell you what, when I come back on tomorrow, Oh, thank you so much. I did my website. My agency does websites. So if you need help, hit me up. But anyway, let's see. Yes, that's a good way to do it. Go to my website. They said send them to Kim. Let's see, Kim, how should we do this? Go to my website, thewearagency.com. And let me see. I didn't really think about this. I will send what I think we already have. I guess you could just go to the contact page and you can send it through there. All right? Yep. Send it through the contact page, and that way my team will see it and we'll get to look at it and help you out. All right? Oh, good. She's saying we can create a Google Doc. Okay, good stuff. See, Shantae and Kim have to help me. I already get way too many emails, so I want to make sure that yours wouldn't get lost in what I'm teaching. So anyway, I have a couple of things I'm going to be sharing on tomorrow as it relates to church branding. And then, of course, continuing the conversation through a class that I'm going to offer next week. So make sure you are on with me tomorrow. Yay. And if you are not on my email list, make sure you text my last name, WARE, to the number 22828 so that you will get my email on tomorrow. So, I know how you can share it. If you would go to Facebook, I have a group called Ramped, R-A-M-P as in Paul, E-D. Go to Ramped and join that Facebook group, and you can put it in there. All right. So somebody type Ramped for me, R-A-M-P-E-D. Go to facebook.com and good. And let's see. I'm trying to type it over here. Go to facebook.com and then look for Ramped and put it in there for me. And I may just have a prize for somebody. I just might. I may just have a prize for somebody. Oh, good stuff. He said, Jesus had my throat. He's so funny. So do not forget to do your homework assignment. This is going to really, really help you. All right. I promise you. So thank you guys for hanging out with me today. Excuse me. Make sure you join me. If you can, register for one of the events where I'm going to be speaking coming up. Really excited again for the month of May. As I said, I've got 3 really great events coming up. Will Facebook still keep it private? That's so funny. Oh yeah, P3. They want me to talk about P3. Of course, I'm excited about P3. It is coming up November 29th. Let me make sure I say the dates right. Thursday, November 29th through December 1st here in Atlanta, Georgia. For those of you that want to monetize your online presence, I'm going to be teaching on sales funnels, Facebook ads, and then, of course, product and course creation. So we'd love, love, love to have you there. Thank you, guys. I appreciate you. Yes. Did y'all put Ramped, R-A-M-P-E-D? Good stuff. So good to have you guys on. All right. Bye-bye.